Welcome to the Kerbal Space Program version 1.3. I'm the Evil Red Queen, and today I'm going to show you how I spot land. I have seen a couple different ways to do this, and there really is no easy way. Spot landing in Kerbal Space Program is probably the hardest thing you will ever do. So if you master this, you pretty much got this game beat. I'm in an orbit. It's at 61, 66. I like to keep it above 50 because then if you have to time warp up to get your target there in daylight, it's not such a big wait. At 50 you actually wait forever sometimes. And this was just luck of the draw here. I am pretty close to directly over the ship. Not exact, but it doesn't matter. Even if it was up here, I could do it. You can spot land anywhere using this technique and get it fairly close. So we got to do two things. We got to get rid of the orbit and we got to push it up just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and add a maneuver here. Doesn't really matter where. And I'm going to bring it in. You want to leave the line long, and it's just random. It doesn't really matter as long as you have the power to slow down when you need to. And I can even bring this in a little bit more. And I need to raise it a little bit to get me to pass directly over the center of the craft I want to land at. So let's set up to maneuver mode here. Get this boat of a ship turned around. And we got a little fuel here yet in this stage. No sense wasting this. We'll use up most of it. Maybe we'll use all of it. And we're 4 minutes away, so let's time warp up. And I always put lights on my ship. And as we come down here, you're going to see why they're so important. So let's go ahead and burn. And remember, if you overburn and this line gets too short on you, just go to prograde and extend your trajectory back out. It's not a big deal. So if we ever get down there, we're going to run out of fuel here at some point. Not sure exactly when, but we'll keep it going as long as we can. And we're getting down there pretty close. And that's good enough. So now hopefully we're going to be passing directly over the craft we want to land at. So we're going to go to retrograde here. And I'm just going to time warp up here a little bit. Again, it's just it's not an exact thing. As long as you got enough power in your engines to kill off that velocity before you get there. And I guess you could eliminate a step that I'm going to do if you really hit enough engine and you know your ship well enough. So I'm going to go ahead and burn. And I expect we're going to run out of fuel here pretty quick. Can't be much left in there. But you'll see that this line here will start to move toward this ship. It's moving here slow, but as we get closer, it's going to move a lot quicker as our apogee comes down. And we just ran out of fuel. So let's go ahead and stage. Keep on burning. You can see this line starting to come toward us now. As we get on top of it, it'll come down really quick. See, it's getting smaller and smaller. And I like to leave it a little bit long. 1/4 inch or 3/8 of an inch or something like that. It's not an exact science. The key is that this speed really came off. And with, I got actually 5 engines burning. There's 64 thrust, I think. We can kill our velocity off fairly quick. So I'm going to time warp up a little bit. As you see, we're going to pass pretty close. Again, I'm going to slow the time warp down. And I'm going to kill off some of this velocity, just so it's manageable. And I don't know if I get this down, I'm only thrusting about half here. So I brought the speed back down. I'm going to time warp up a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and burn for all I'm worth here. You can see our ship is passing almost directly over it. Almost burned too much there. Just kind of letting it come right on top of it. Or something close. And I'm going to go ahead and burn. This time I'm committed. Looks like I might end up just a tad bit short. But that's okay. Not a big deal. So let's put our landing gear down. And we're still a little bit high. At this altitude I probably can't see my lights yet. So let's see. I'm a little bit short, so they should be probably right in front of me would be my guess. But as we get down here a little bit, we'll be able to hopefully see them. Let's go ahead and time warp up a little. And I'm going to go ahead and kill my speed. I'm looking for those. Oh, and they're right below us. Not too shabby. But again, you can see why I put the lights on there, right down there. So this was a pretty good one. Sometimes I get it really close, sometimes not so much. But if you don't get close after you set down, keep the what you're landing toward in front of you, and then you know which way to burn when you're going to try to get closer. And the lights also help, as you can see, they really help visually seeing, and they help you when you get real close to the surface. You can tell, and I don't even have mine on, but you get my point, right? I hope. And there we are. We are down. Not too hard. Once you get the feel for it and practice a little bit, you'll be able to drop them in there pretty much how I did just now. So thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment. I'm going to turn my lights on. And have fun playing Kerbal Space Program. Don't drink and drive. Don't drive and text. And don't do too many drugs. And this is the Evil Red Queen, signing off.